Hey everyone, this is Rab News Blog Animation Bliss, and welcome to another Spotlight Cartoon Corner. So today's Spotlight cartoon we talk about today is Alvin and the Chipmunks. Now, before I get into my thoughts about this series, I'd like to remind everyone that new videos will be posted up every Sunday. It could be Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Sunday evening, depending on when I can get the videos posted up. And if you happen to see any videos posted up during the week, that must mean that there was a bit of anime news released during the week that we wanted to cover, so those would be considered special videos. But new videos will be posted up every Sunday and every Monday, where we will have the top 15 animated facts series, where we list down 15 facts about a cartoon series that's suggested by the viewers. So please feel free to suggest any kind of new cartoons you want us to do for the top 15 animated facts series, and those will be posted every Monday. So now let's get started to this review of Alvin and the Chipmunks. So Alvin and the Chipmunks, excuse me, was a cartoon series that came out in 1983, and it starred the Chipmunk characters Alvin, Simon, and Theodore, along with their manager and their dad Dave, going on tours and doing all these musical tours. But at the same time, the series was also about delving into the personal lives of Alvin, Simon, and Theodore, and about their adventures at school, and about their relationships with the Chipettes and their father figure Dave, and also about any other events that take place outside of school or outside of the home. So, what are my thoughts about this show? I love Alvin and the Chipmunks. I used to watch this show a lot when I was little, and there were so many elements about the show I really enjoyed. Like one of the main elements I really enjoyed about Alvin and the Chipmunks was that even though the main characters are all singers, the show is also about their personal lives. Like we get to see a lot of episodes. Excuse me. About Alvin, Simon, and Theodore getting into trouble at school, or we see episodes about them trying to deal with real life. Like there was this one episode where they adopted a cat, and it turns out that the cat ended up getting run over by a car, I believe. And the episode delved into how the Chipmunks felt about that event. And we also see the relationships between the characters. Like I always thought that the Chipmunks' relationship with the Chipettes was really interesting. The Chipettes like Brittany, Eleanor, and Jeanette. I found those relationships to be interesting, and that they actually made female versions of the Chipmunks in the series, like because the Chipettes were like also like the Chipmunks, except they were females and they also sing. So that was really interesting. But at least they really developed the Chipettes characters and still made them stand out apart from the Chipmunks, to the point that they're not like consider exact female versions of the Chipmunks or carbon copies of the Chipmunks. I like how they really developed the Chipettes characters also in this series. But the relationship aspect of the series was really important. I also like out the Chipmunks' relationship with their father figure Dave, and how Dave is like saying, yeah, maybe your manager, but I'm also your father, so you can't do all these horrible things, or you can't, this is what's how life is and stuff like that. So I like the fact that Dave really does treat Alvin and the Chipmunks like his actual sons. Actually, when I was younger and I watched the show, I didn't even know Dave adopted the Chipmunks. I actually thought that he was their real father. So that just shows how much of a close relationship Alvin and the Chipmunks has with Dave in general. So that was really great. And probably one of the best things about this show was also the songs in there. Like they took the Chipmunks were singing a lot of songs that were popular during the 1980s and the 1990s. That was the decade they were the most popular with. But yeah, they used to take on songs that were very popular, like the Ghostbusters theme song and the I Feel Good theme song. And then they would do like little musical segments regarding these songs. So I enjoyed listening to all the songs that the Chipmunks were singing throughout the series. So this remains to be like one of my favorite Alvin the Chipmunk series of all time. This was the version I grew up with the most when I was little. Yeah, now people who grew up with the Alvin show, which was the show that came before this one, and the newest Alvin the Chipmunk series, which is in CGI, might say so differently. But this for the moment, this is my most favorite version of Alvin the Chipmunk, since this was the version I grew up with, and this was the version that really developed the characters and really made them so popular. And I really enjoyed the series for that reason. So, do I recommend Alvin the Chipmunks? Yes, I definitely recommend you check out Alvin and the Chipmunks. It's probably one of the best versions of Alvin the Chipmunks out there. Again, if you grew up with the current version of Alvin the Chipmunks, the CGI version, or if you grew up with the Alvin show back in the 1960s, you might say something differently. You might feel differently about this, but for me personally, this is my favorite version of Alvin and the Chipmunks ever. So I definitely highly recommend you check out the 1980 series of Alvin and the Chipmunks. It's really great, and it's a very memorable series if you love Alvin and the Chipmunks as a whole. Well, that's my review of Alvin and the Chipmunks, and be sure to follow us on Twitter so we can keep you updated any new videos we post up, and also like our Facebook page. Well, hope you enjoyed this video. This is Rabbit's Blog Animation Bliss, and I'll see you later.